Peace, family. Manhood mentor, 6-foot giant reporting for duty. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Super excited to be here with you for another episode of this live program that we've been doing right now for a few years. We've been having a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of success. And what we want to do today is we want to thank you guys first and foremost for everybody that's been riding with us from day one, right? Everybody that's been supporting the program, that's been supporting the movement, that's been supporting the campaign for what we're doing in this manhood space, right? One thing that life will do, life will test you. And if you don't have your burns and your morals and your principles and your values up under you, when it tests you, you're going to fail the test. And that was part of the motivation behind when we got started with this manhood mentor journey. And we've been rolling ever since, right? So look, before we go any further, we want you guys to stop scrolling. We want you to get your pen, your pad, and take notes, because this is going to be a short lesson today, but it's going to be a powerful lesson. As you see, the title of the lesson is Manhood and Menace. Oh yes. Manhood and Menace. This is a new series that we're rolling out. It's all audio, right? It's nothing that you're going to have to take and sit and, like it's a course and it's modules and it's tests and it's follow-up PDF. No, it ain't none of that. This is going to be an audio series that we're releasing right now for you to be able to listen to and get it in your psyche. Throughout the day, you're going to be able to take it to the gym with you, ride to work with it, listen to it on your lunch break, listen to it when you're going to and from work, listen to it when you're going to and from the store, to and from the gym. It's going to be a real special installment to this whole Manhood Map suite of products that we done rolled out for you guys. So what we also want to do is this, right? We want to make sure that y'all know the direction that we're going in with this Manhood and Menace, right? Because you don't need a lot of time in order to get corrected. You just need consistent correction and consistent instruction for the correction to be able to stick, right? Anything you do, you can't do it one time and think that that one time that you do it is just gonna flip everything around and then it's gonna start going your way. It don't work like that, right? Even though we tend to think that it's one incident or one issue that shifts everything, truth be told, it's a collection of issues and it's a collection of incidents preceding that one thing that you decided to hold on to and use as the catalyst for your change. And see, I was like that. I was the same exact way. Family, y'all know my story. Born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, lived in Washington, D.C. my whole life, got off into the drug game early in my teens, ended up getting in trouble with the law, two-time felon, been able to bounce back from that, acquire several licenses, occupational engineer, CDL, had real estate licenses at one point, been able to pivot out of that bad mentality and out of those poor choices and that poor decision making over into the lane that I'm in now. And what helped me to do that was correction. Hello, what helped me to do that was correction. And this is what I want to do for you. I want to help you get corrected. And that's why I built this system, this correction system, because this same correction system ended up saving my life. And I know that it's going to help another man who needed it as well. See, one thing that I know about men is we the strongest force on the earth. This is why God created us. And this ain't no inspirational talk. And this ain't no motivational talk, right? This is a specific lesson aimed at a specific type of person. A person who knows that wants the motivation. Well, all motivation is just like cologne, man. You can spray it on you all day, but if you're dirty underneath, the cologne ain't gonna work. Right? That's how motivation is. If you don't have the correction spirit in your heart, if you don't have the dominant energy and the dominant spirit in your heart, no matter how much motivation you listen to, how much David Goggins you listen to, how much E.T. you listen to, and shout out to them brothers. No matter how much of that you listen to, once you turn it off, you go right back to you. Right? You gotta look at you in the mirror every day, just like what I had to do. Hello, and when you're looking at you in the mirror, the man that's looking back at you, are you satisfied? Are you being the version of you that you said you wanted to be when you got grown? We all had them stories, man. We all had the when I grow up stories. We all had them, right? We all had the when I grow up stories. Then when you grew up, you realized that you missed something. And how did you miss something? You missed something because you listening to everybody else tell you what to do, what you should do, what to think, what you should think, as opposed to listening to yourself, right? And the only way that you can listen to yourself and be confident about it is if you rooted and grounded from the inside, right? And if you listening to that internal voice that got you being directed and led towards your purpose and to those things that you deem important to you and that you wanted to have your name and your legacy attached to, if you listening to that voice and you moving in that direction, now when you looking in the mirror, you can look back at yourself and be proud. But now once you make that decision to go in that direction, how do you become successful at it? That's why I got that word down there on the screen for you, family. How do you be successful at it? Let that hit you in your subconscious and let it sit with you for a second. How do you be successful at that thing that you said you wanted to be when you grew up? Because we all heard that line before, right? It's discipline. Hello, it's discipline. And see, listen, this Manhood in Minutes, right? This inaugural edition, because this is going to be our first installment. We got 15 additional installments that's coming out. This is volume 1, but we're going to do something very special for volume 1. So it's going to be 15 different installments coming out over the course of time. They ain't coming out all back to back. The first installment is going to have 60 cards. Every additional installment is going to have 50 cards. Right? It's going to be a 50 card deck of what we call the correction code. It's going to be audio correction playing in your mind, in your ears all day to rewire your subconscious so that you stop sabotaging yourself. Oh yes, so that you stop sabotaging yourself. Why? Because the music you're listening to got you sabotaging you. The phone call that you got stuck on is sabotaging your day and sabotaging your momentum because it's hard to snap out of that mentality and get back into your life. You know, every time you take that phone call, you in the world and you in the life of the person who just called you. Oh yes. See, don't argue with that. All you got to do is obey what I'm saying. Right? Don't argue with it, obey what I'm saying. When you take a phone call from somebody who's not in alignment with your assignment and the direction that your day's supposed to be going in, you ending up in the world of that person who you just got on the phone with. And when you get off the phone there, you still got all of this mess to clean up in your own life. You can't get away from it, champ. You got to do the work. Yeah, see, correction don't chase people. Hello, see, correction is about you getting the correct mentality and mindset about your day. How do you do this, Jabbar? You do it by discipline. Let's look at the definition of the word. Training expected to produce a specific character or pattern of behavior, especially training that produces moral or mental improvement. Let me read that again for you. Discipline is one of the things that I pride myself on. Anybody that know me know discipline is one of my strong suits. This is what helped me to stop drinking alcohol every day. When I was in the streets, I was drinking alcohol every day, every single day, because that was a coping mechanism for me while I was living an illegal lifestyle. Right? And it was a social mechanism as well. So I'm drinking every day, living a certain lifestyle, breaking the law, making poor decisions. But I realized that if I didn't stop leaning on this coping mechanism, then I would end up like the people that I was, doing business with. That I would end up like the people who were the customers at the time. Right? I realized that for myself. So even when I was in the illegal lifestyle, I understood the importance of discipline. Why? Because discipline allows you to correct yourself. Hello, discipline allows you to correct yourself. See, like my partner tell me, man, he say, man, King, I would rather set myself down before somebody else got to do it. That man told the truth. I would rather set me down and give me a straightening before somebody else got to set me down and give me a straightening. And you should feel the same way. Discipline, training expected to produce a specific character or pattern of behavior, especially means emphasis. Emphasis on training that produces moral or mental improvement. Why? Because if you are morally bankrupt, no matter what you do monetarily, you ain't gonna be satisfied anyway. You ain't gonna be satisfied with it because you don't have morals and principles and values attached to that which is generating money for you. See, discipline was one of them things that saved me. When I started getting disciplined, I could fast from anything. I could fast from alcohol. I had already stopped smoking weed. I could fast from sex. I fasted from chicken for a year. I could fast from anything that I choose to fast from. Why? Because it's about discipline. It's about training myself in an expected characteristic and redeveloping a new pattern of behavior, especially because I wanted it to produce high morality and high mental improvement. Why? Because you need your mind. This is the energy that they displaying towards you every day. The music is energy. Okay? All of that stuff you watching on social media is energy. All of the stuff you're watching on TV is energy. The phone calls you on are energy. All of these things are different energy on ways or off ramps. It's either an on ramp or off ramp. Do you ever see somebody who things could be going good until they hear one thing or until something hit them, and then instead of them compartmentalizing that one thing, they take that one thing and then they ruin their whole day with it? Right? They still talking to you 8 o'clock at night about something that happened 5 o'clock this morning. Man, you should have been got over that. Now, it's easy for me to say because I'm not emotionally vested in that thing. Right? But this is what society does, and they figured this out. See, they figured out how to drop different pieces of energy into your psyche, into your subconscious on a daily basis that keep you hijacked and handcuffed away from what you're supposed to be working on. You got to get your discipline. Discipline is one of the correction code. Is one of the correction cards that we got inside of this 60 deck audio code. Manhood and menace, family. This is going to change the game, and it's going to change your life. I can promise you that. It's time to get corrected, and the only way to get corrected is to get conscious about correction. Hello, this is why I built the system, because this same system saved my life. That's why I'm handing it off to you. Discipline is one of the correction cards in this manhood and menace, right? It's over 60, well, it's 60 cards in here, but it's over 100 minutes of correction. And this is one of the things that I want you guys to pay attention to as well, overthinking. Okay? So once you get your discipline right, now you got to transition out of being disciplined around that one thing or around those few things that may have you off balance. And now you have to move beyond overthinking. What is overthinking, Jabbar? We all been there. Claiming that you want to get it just right, claiming that you want to do things one time and not have to do them over, right? Claiming that you taking your time, right? Measure twice, cut once. Man, we know all the sayings, right? This is why we jumped online to do the message for you today, because this is a simple message, right? And the message is we as individuals need to be corrected as a whole, and we do it in incremental steps. Manhood and menace. This is why you cook with a big spoon, but you eat with a small spoon. Why? Because you have to have the knowledge and the information distributed to you in doses. Hello, none of these cards are beyond 2 minutes. So you're talking about between 1 to 2 minute correction cards, audio aimed at reproducing and rewiring your mentality, reproducing the right mentality and the right perspective for you throughout the day. Overthinking. To spend more time thinking about something than is necessary or productive. Overthinking. To spend more time thinking about something than is necessary or productive. So what does this mean, Jabbar? Once you get disciplined, now look, I was on the job for 14 years, discipline for 14 years. Okay, did it take 14 years for me to get ready to finally resign and come out here as a full-time entrepreneur? The answer is no. I could have been did that. I got my first house 2 years after I was at the job. I told myself I would only be at the job for 5 years. How did I end up at the job for 14 years? Overthinking. See, I'm only giving you what I done gave me. You know, in the game, they tell you don't get high on your own supply. Listen, what's understood ain't got to be explained, ain't true. You heard that line before, right? What's understood ain't got to be explained. That ain't true. What don't get explained get misunderstood. Oh, yes. What don't get explained get misunderstood. So let me explain this for you. Don't get high on your own supply. That's when you're using drugs and foreign substances. Get high on your own supply when you got the right discipline. Get high on your own supply when you got the right level of morality. Get high on your own supply when you got the right standards and the right type of character. Huh? You got to understand how to get high on your own supply. And that's what I did once I realized. I said, damn, Jabbar, what are you doing wrong that got you moving so slow? First you was moving fast, then you started moving slow. Overthinking. To spend more time thinking about something than is necessary or productive. I should have been took that chance. I should have been took my credit and went and got a business loan. I should have been took my credit and leveraged that and bought more property. I should have been took my credit and went and did joint ventures and other partnerships with people. I should have been took my income tax return and started reinvesting that in the stock market. I should have been doing this. I've been reading about it. Why didn't I do it? Overthinking. Look, don't argue with me, argue with you. Argue with the man in the mirror, right? Don't argue with Jabbar. Jabbar is coming with a love offering for the family, manhood and menace. Manhood and menace, family. You can't go wrong with it. Listen, you riding to work all day, every day, right? And you listening to the wrong thing, you know it. You know it, man. Look, Steve Harvey got a radio show, y'all. Shout out to Steve Harvey. Jabbar Brown got the Manhood in Minutes for you. Manhood in Minutes. You can't go wrong with it, right? The first tier of Manhood in Minutes is only $97, right? That's when you're getting the digital version only. You're going to get the digital version only. You're going to still get all 60 cards, but it's going to be digital only. When we start progressing you through the physical deck, it's going to be a physical card deck, and we're going to incorporate QR codes in it, and we're going to incorporate language into it that allows the QR codes to synchronize and connect with each other to display different messaging. It's going to blow your mind, family, but this is going to be something that you're going to be able to use in many different aspects of your growth and development, because many of us can do better if we knew better. But what does that really mean, right? How do you know better or something that just because you got an idea don't mean that you know how to manifest it? You got all the information in your pocket right here on the internet, but you don't really know what to look for. When you find what you're looking for, you don't know where to start at. When you get started, you don't know how to stay right there. Hello, when you get started, you still got to stay right there and remain disciplined like what the first word told you, right? See, because you done got beyond overthinking and you finally got going, but now that you're going, how do you stay going? You got to get disciplined. You got to get disciplined, family. And see, even though I was disciplined on the job, I was overthinking. I was compiling all of this information and compiling all of this knowledge over all of these years, but I wasn't using it on a consistent basis. I kept overthinking, right? And I kept trying to get it right. And I kept getting more information. And I kept trying stuff, and then I'm stopping. Right? And then I would get going, then I wouldn't stop for a minute, but then I would get unfocused and start back thinking because I thought it wasn't moving fast enough. And then when it did start moving and I got a little bit of momentum, instead of me staying with that one thing, I would put that down and then go off to something else. Right? Overthinking, it's working. I'm thinking that it ain't moving fast enough. I'm still overthinking, even though what I'm doing is working at the time. To spend more time thinking about something than is necessary. If it's working, why I'm still thinking that it ain't working fast enough? It's working. It's working, family. Right? Why I'm still thinking that it ain't working fast enough now that I finally got it working. Right? That's because I was still overthinking and I didn't understand what I've been able to understand now. This is how we've created this product for you guys, Manhood in Minutes, right? Very important to your daily development. The world don't care about you. What the world wants to do is the world wants to take the energy of men and use it for their benefit and use it for their gain. Do you know distraction is a drug? Hello, do you know that distraction is a drug, right? Just because you're listening to a podcast, yeah, that might be a little bit better than listening to self-destructive music. But if the podcast got you basically in a malaise throughout your day and you're not conscious about being disciplined, you're not conscious about being direct and intentional about spending your time and developing your thing, your gift, you're still losing. Right? You just losing slower. That's all, but you still losing. Second place is just the first loser. Look, all of these things that we share with you is to help aid in your own correction. And listen, if you don't need correction, turn off the live. Don't share it to nobody. Don't come back to it. Right? If you don't think you need to be corrected, this message ain't for you anyway, but don't be a hater, be congratulated. Congratulate somebody else who you're going to send the message to if you believe that they need it and you don't need it. But listen, I'm going to tell you like this here. We all need to be corrected in something. Oh, yes. We all need to be corrected in something, especially men. Why? Because the world is unforgiving to men. Why do you think I've been on a manhood mission for the last 5 years, family? I mean, for one, because it's ordained from above. Nobody is going to do this without being inspired and commanded to do this when you're facing all the opposition that's trying to tear men down for no other reason but being a man. Everything you see around you is at the benefit of manpower being condensed and concentrated in a particular area to create something that's going to outlast him. We going somewhere, family, and y'all know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth on this live session right here. Right? The world is very unforgiving to men. I'm the one who come and pour my mind, my heart, my soul, my spirit, my knowledge, my intellect, my discipline, my game, my lessons, my rules, my instructions, all the stuff that work for me. I come and give it to you. I come and give it to men. Why? Because that's where I'm at. And that's where I'm going to be at. And this is a personal mission for me. The world don't care about us. When you fall on hard times, who you call? Because it ain't Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call, man? You know you can't call Ghostbusters. You look around for another man. Let's keep it real. Your lady might be there to help you, but guess what, man? Your lady don't want you to keep leaning on her. She want to be able to lean on you and get up under your wing. Oh, yeah. See, I'm trying to help you get your wings spread. Hello, I'm giving you manhood and menace that's going to help permeate in your mind. It's going to plant seeds in your garden that's going to sprout up like unmovable roots. And that's what's going to help you now be able to spread your wings like the eagle that you are, so other people can climb under your wing and you can stop being the one that needs something all the time. I'm trying to help you rewrite your story. This deck changed my life. All of these words that we're using in the first volume of Manhood and Menace have helped to change my life. So I ain't giving you nothing that I didn't heard from nobody else. This came straight from the person you see in front of the camera. Overthinking. We got to move past the overthinking, family. And I chose these 3 cards for a particular reason, because I know you probably either at work or you're on your way to work or you're thinking about work and you got some downtime. Ain't nobody really working 8, 10, 12 hours straight. Let's keep it real. You got plenty of downtime. You done figured out how to work the job. Man, I can get there, I can sign in, then I can step off for a minute, go eat my food, come back. Man, probably send my text message, get on the phone with my honey bunny for a minute, set that up, go over there on my lunch break, come back, slide back on it. Man, I had it all the way set up for years. That's how I ended up staying there for so. It was too sweet. I stayed there for 14 years, family. Ask me, did I need 14 years to get that thing right the way I got it now? The answer is no. Overthinking. Overthinking, family. Overthinking. And now to the final word of the day. Triggers. We got to talk about triggers. Your triggers are turn on you. Hello, your triggers are turn on you, family. I know all about triggers, right? I done been triggered many a time, plenty of time, but didn't know what triggered me. I'm thinking, God, man, I didn't know I was going to act like that. I didn't know I was going to respond like that. I didn't know I felt like that. Man, there's so many things that go into these triggers. Hold on, fam. Man, because I got to plug this up, man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right. Whoa. Right? Y'all know the devil always lurking, man. He on the outside of the door trying to cut the camera off. He want the camera to go dead on me. I ain't gonna let it happen. We just had to plug back up for y'all. Man, we spitting hot fire right here for the family, man. Look, make sure that y'all get on the pre-order list for the Manhood and Menace. All right, we got all of the digital, we got all the audio done. I wanted to be able to play some of the audio for y'all, but I don't got it queued up where it's polished up enough for us to drop them. But we're going to end up and drop the 3 that we doing on the lesson today. We're going to polish those 3 up first, and we're going to put them 3 audios out first so you can hear it, right? So you can get an understanding of the direction that we're going in. Because if you're thinking about it, right, your correction is calling you. Hello, your correction is calling you. Oh, yes, and see, correction ain't a one-time thing. Correction ain't a destination. Correction is a journey. Why? Because you always should be getting better. You should always be getting better. That's why, really and truly, man, I ain't even gonna talk about the relationship stuff because I was gonna make an analogy, but I don't wanna, because I know a lot of people talk about relationships all the time, but as long as you as a man gonna continue to get better and your stock gonna continue to go up, you gonna always have options in the relationship pool. Always. The only time a woman cut you off and she don't want to deal with you no more is when she's sure that you've already reached the peak. If you follow us in this manhood mission, in this manhood mentor movement, you get manhood in minutes, you get the manhood map, you go through all 4 tiers, then you end up at tier 5, then you bring your partner with you, the one that you shopping the iron with, y'all both go through the dual matrix tier together, you're going to be unstoppable. Then you digest the manhood in minutes, and like I said, we're going to have 16 total series, total volumes in it. We dropping one 50 deck, 60 card volume real soon. If you go through all this material, you never going to stop growing. You never going to stop redeveloping yourself. You never going to stop reinventing yourself. You never going to fall off. The only way you're going to fall off is if you quit. That's the only way you're going to ever fall off if you follow us and if you listen to us. That's why we do it, family. That's why we do it. Why? Because God is the king of all. He's the king of kings. You a king. I'm a king. I say this all the time. Y'all know this. Right? I spin everything back around to you as the man. Right? Your woman want to be able to kick her feet back and throw her legs up and know that, man, big guy got it. Huh? She want to know that daddy got it, man. She want to know that she could trust you and that she could believe in you and that the person that she got with and the reason that she got with you is coming to fruition right before her eyes. Are you doing this for her? No. Who you doing it for first? This who you doing it for first. Yeah, after him, because he give you the power. After him, you say, man, come on, man, we going for dolo out here. Yeah, we going for dolo. We going hand man pork chops out here. That's what you tell yourself when you look in that mirror. But you got the Manhood and Minutes plan in your mind. You see, when you go through this 60-card deck, family, I know you're going to be impressed. I know you're going to be excited. It's about empowerment. Everything they feed you on a daily basis is to disempower you. Huh? Why you think I say 6-foot giant reporting for duty? I'm 6 feet 1.5, 230 pounds. I'm 10 feet tall in my mind. Huh? I'm a giant in my mind. You got to feel the same way. Nothing on the earth can stop you unless you agree to it. You got to believe that this ain't no motivation, though. You see, motivation wear off. What I'm giving you is empowerment. I'm giving you information to empower your situation. This is why you need to get the correction code. This is why you need the audio deck. This is why it's already been ordained for the package and the product to come to you the way that it's coming to you. The voice in your head, you've been ducking from that. I know, listen, fam, I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one that feel like this. Right? I was tired of lying to myself. I'm like, man, you know you ain't overthink. You know you ain't got to keep thinking about this stuff, Jabbar. You know you don't. You already got the plan. When you going to take action on the plan? I was comfortable, family. I was comfortable, man. I would get money with the government. Wasn't nobody bothering me. My ratings were good every year. My evals were good. I had my lead. I was grade 11 from the first year I came in. I came in temporary grade 7. I came in October 1st, 2007. By May of 2008, not even a whole year, I'm grade 11 permanent. Hello, come on, family. That's enough to get anybody comfortable. That's enough to get anybody comfortable, man. But before you scroll past what I'm saying, you need to hear this. You need to hear this because I'm talking to somebody. Somebody is comfortable out there. I don't know who it is. It might be everybody, but I know at least one person is comfortable. Right? At least one person comfortable out there. And ain't nothing wrong with being comfortable, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with being comfortable. But every man should be on a conquest, right? When you stop being comfortable and when you're done with being comfortable, now it's time to get the message in your mind and start to execute and initiate your conquest, right? In the beginning of your conquest, once you make that decision, it starts with discipline. Then you got to stop overthinking because once you discipline yourself, now you're going to start moving toward the direction that when you're getting out of that comfort zone, now you're going to start picking up different information. You're talking to different people. You're getting different skills. You're looking at different training and different aspects of the game that can help you grow and develop in the direction that you know your life is supposed to go in. Right? And when that thing starts working for you, triggers. I had to deal with it too. Triggers, family. Anything as an act or event that initiates or precipitates a reaction or a series of reactions. Let me read that again because I know it sounds like it's confusing, but it's not. What is a trigger? A trigger is anything as an act or an event that initiates or precipitates a reaction or series of reactions from you. Meaning, you could be going good, everything going good, you got your discipline, you to move past overthinking, and now you're moving in the direction that you want to move in, but then what happened? Your partner tell you to pull up, you pull up on them, you see them smoking, you see them drinking, you see them got women around, you see them chilling, they kicking back, they laying, they look like they ain't got a care in the world, it trigger you. It trigger you to say, man, I'm going to call in tomorrow. Huh? Come on now, you been there, I've been there. Man, I'm going to go ahead and call in tomorrow, I'm going to chill with y'all tonight. You getting ready to go off the rails. You getting ready to hit the dirt road. You on the main road. You getting ready to hit the dirt road. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and call in tomorrow, man. I've been working for last 3 weeks, last 3 months. I've been stomping down on them. I'm gonna go ahead and chill. Why you getting ready to break the momentum? You got triggered. Okay, you in a good mood today. Everything going good. You showed up for work on time. Your girl cooked for you. She got the lunch. The kids doing good at school. You got a call from the school. They talking about how good your daughter doing. Youngster, man, he on honor roll, your son, everything going good. You get home and then you get a call from cuz, you get a call from your brother, you get a text from your partner and something on that text, they said something that you don't like, it triggered you. Man, why they keep always text, why they keep, You got triggered, fam. You should have stayed in that same headspace. That was the act or the event that precipitated the series of actions or reactions from you. Don't let people get into your personal space and into your headspace like that. That's my challenge to you. Stop getting triggered and letting people snap you out of that zen, snap you out of that mode, out of that momentum, snap you out of that cycle of productivity. Don't let people do that to you, family. Right? Because one thing happened, we got to learn how to compartmentalize those things. Don't let that one thing or those two things trigger you to go against your own best interests. And see, and then if this ain't the day that you're going to change, you choosing to stay stuck. Because this message, you didn't know this message was going to hit online today. Right? I didn't even know this message was going to hit online today. All of this is a sequence of events because I got triggered, but I got triggered in the right way. And I got triggered to stop guessing and start now putting down exactly what I know been working for me. I'm like, man, I think I did. Nah, let me write down and document what I exactly did. Let me document all the things that I use, all the aspects of growth and development that I've used, the words and the scenarios that these words apply to, that I've been able to use to reinvent myself and restructure and redirect my mission. And I'm sharing it with you. Manhood in minutes, family. Right? It's going to be over 100 minutes of audio correction. We're calling it the Correction Code Volume 1. We're going to work on these first 3 for you today. We already got all of them recorded. We're working on the first 3. We're going to get them polished up and edited up real good for you. Nah, you know something, we ain't going to have time to edit. We just going to put the raw files out for you. So we got a WAP store. We on WAP.com. Manhood map. Let me drop the link for y'all once we get done with the live so that y'all can now beeline back to the online store. You're going to be able to see all the Manhood map products up there on the WAP. The first 3 chapters of the Manhood in minutes is going to be on the arm. You're not going to have to pay for that. Those are the 3 words that we talked about today on the live program. We wanted to get the broadcast to you out in the morning because we know you at work and you working hard. We know you're working hard, family, right? But we know you're going to get some downtime too now. See, ain't nothing wrong with working a job as long as the job ain't working you. Oh, yes. Ain't nothing wrong with working a job, family, as long as the job ain't working you. See, that's the main thing, right? See, either you got the job or the job got you. We ain't gonna get too deep over to that aspect there, but we wanted to get online and tell you guys thank you. Y'all know I say this all the time, man. We want to thank you for supporting the movement, for supporting the campaign, and thank you for believing enough in yourself to understand that there's a lot of garbage and a lot of BS out there being marketed and advertised to you and promoted to you on a daily basis. Do you know that this world benefits from your confusion? They benefit from your distraction. They benefit from your self-sabotaging and self-destructive behavior. This is why they promote the vehicles and the avenues and the media that they do. Right? It's like a controlled energy directed at you, keeping you distracted, because the more distracted you are, now they creating boundaries, parameters, and structures to control you with and to lead you in opposition to what your purpose is and what your goals are, and having your family established and having your kids to be protected in the long run, and having you to be protected because you the most important piece. You the head of the body. You the head of the body. Your family is the body. You the head. If they can keep the head distracted, the body ain't gonna do nothing. It's like following a parked car. No matter how good the car look, if you don't have the keys to the car, you can't move it. If you got the keys to the car and the car won't start up, you can't move it. Right? You the car. You the engine behind your family. This is how and why we having so many challenges in the world, in the community, in society, is because too many men are out of alignment. We got a few men who have chosen to accept the responsibility of leadership, and you watching those guys all day. And you watching them as a form of entertainment, and you not learning what you need to learn, and then taking that piece, taking that armor, that weapon, and using it to build something with. Right? You shouldn't just be watching a person every day, all day, and they not teaching you nothing. And then secondarily, if they are teaching you something, you shouldn't be caught in overthinking like what I was doing for the better part of 14 years. Right? I should have been gone from the job after 5 years. The other 9 years, I'm overthinking. This is why I could talk about it. Right? And then when you get going, don't get triggered. That's why I'm leaving the last word up there. And I'm saying this for somebody who need it. Don't scroll past this because I'm going to leave the live up. I'm saying this for somebody who needed. You know you get triggered, and when you get triggered, all bets is off. When you get triggered, you're ready to burn the house down. When you get triggered, you don't want to stay disciplined. When you get triggered, you're ready to operate in opposition to your best interest. You was doing good until you got triggered. You was doing good till little mama called you and said, Daddy, what you doing? If you free, come on over after work. I'm going to cook for you. I got the wine. I got the champagne. I'll be there. When you get there, you're like, God. And I supposed to have been going home to go work. I supposed to have been going home to go live. I supposed to have been going home to work on that thing. I supposed to have been making them calls, sending them emails. I supposed to have been at the gym. I supposed to have been at Bible study. I supposed to have been fellowshipping with the brothers from the men's ministry. I supposed to have been doing all of this stuff. But I got triggered. Family. I've been there too. Right? This is why we could talk about it. Right? But when you know better, you do better. Especially when you start to now take what you know and now you have to be preventative and proactive about it. Manhood and menace. So you don't got to listen to all the negativity and all that nonsense throughout the day. You will be able to listen to, in 1 to 2 minute clips, audio correction. The correction code, volume 1. Being able to now recorrect your perspective on the game. You ever seen somebody, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to land my plane, family, because I got to move to my next appointment. You ever seen somebody with glasses on, but the glasses are fogged up? Matter of fact, right? You may have even worn some glasses before. And then you trying to see something, but you looking at the glasses, but the glasses fogged up, right? But the minute you take the glasses and you clean the lens off, now you can see clear. So it wasn't that it was nothing wrong with your eyes. It wasn't that it was nothing wrong with the object you was looking at. It was the lens that you was looking out of. So really and truly, it might not even be nothing wrong with your life. It might not be nothing wrong with the job. You thinking, damn, man, this job getting on my nerves. Nah, it might be that lens you looking out of. You thinking, damn, man, this girl getting on my nerves. Nah, it might be that lens you looking out of. You hear that line? It might be the lens you looking out of. Right? You thinking, man, I'm tired of this car, man, I got to get a new car. Nah, it might be the lens you looking out of that got you not appreciating your car. It might be the lens you looking out of that got you not appreciating your job. It might be the lens you looking out of that got you not appreciating your life. You got everything, but don't feel like you got nothing. Huh? So now you got to ask yourself, what card do you need today? It's going to be 60 cards in this first volume. You're going to be able to go through all 60 cards and choose where you're at in your life that day and determine what card you need for the day. And that's what's going to make it so powerful. So look, family, make sure that y'all stay tuned. I'm going to drop the link to the WAP store so that y'all can check out the lineup. We've been doing some real big things for y'all. We've been sitting still, getting all of this IP out, packaged up properly in the correct way in sequential order so that we can start to correct some people and help people begin to move beyond where they are into the direction that you want your life to go. So look, I'm the one who tell you get your mind right, then I tell you get your grind right, then I tell you that you're gonna get your shine right. Look, make sure that y'all screenshot the post, tag me in it, like, share, retweet, do whatever you got to do, man. Right, do whatever you got to do, right? Throw a peace sign in the comments, let us know you're feeling it, drop a fire emoji. Drop a 100 emoji in the chat. Y'all know we kicking some real game, man. We've been kicking ism from day one, and we're going to keep doing it. All we doing is telling the truth and standing up on it. See, we got to get back to telling the truth, family. And remember this, man. Correction is the new confidence. Hello. Thank you.